On the news tonight, First Lady emerges leadership, newspapers pressings of the year 2025. Ogun's visionaries for Yayi O's second town hall meeting. Good evening and welcome to the news desk at 7, coming to you from your Heritage Station. I am Fatima Hassan and thank you for joining us this beautiful day. The willingness of all Nigerians to work together across cultural and religious differences remain crucial in shaping a desirable future for the country. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, stated this at the 18th Leadership Newspapers Annual Conference and Award Ceremony, where she emerged as the President of the year 2025. State House correspondent Nta Ijebu Ode files in the report.
Eminent Nigerians make their way into the Bola Tinubu International Conference Center, Abuja, as witnesses to history. Like other editions, the 18th Leadership Newspapers Annual Conference and Award Ceremony celebrate exemplary contributions to governance, business, social impact, and public service, demonstrated this time by a roll call of distinguished Nigerians led by the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu. Her recognition as Leadership Newspapers Person of the Year 2025 bears loud testimony to her efforts in transforming compassion into a national framework of hope and measurable change through our pet project, Renewed Hope Initiative.
We are celebrating excellence, but not perfection. Commitment, impact, and consistent service to this nation and humanity.
And there, another honor held aloft for the world to see. Accepting the award, the First Lady thanked the management of Leadership Newspapers not only for the honor, but for its continued commitment to journalism that informs, inspires, and strengthens democracy in the country.
I do not take this honor alone. I stand on the shoulders of a lot of people who have mentored and continue to mentor me. This award is for all those who have helped me along the way. It is also for the many Nigerians, especially women, young people, and community leaders who work quietly every day to uplift others and ignite hope in our nation.
She says nation building will always be at the center of her service, describing her award as another call to action.
The future of our nation depends on our willingness to work together across cultural and religious differences and interests for the good of all. For a house divided against itself cannot stand. Let us keep working together to realize the Nigeria of our dreams. I dedicate this award to every citizen who believes that selfless service and humaneness can truly change lives.
The theme of the award, political stability and sustainable development in Africa in an increasingly unstable global system, a roadmap for Nigeria, drew deep thoughts from speakers.
Press is also central to that same contract. When journalism holds power to account, citizens can see what is happening, demand better, and hold their leaders to the standards that they were promised. Nigeria has one of the most vibrant independent media landscapes on the continent. And that is an asset that needs to be protected in this age of misinformation.
A roadmap to make Africa great again cannot proceed without Nigeria, or it will end up in a cul-de-sac.
27 eminent Nigerians and corporate organizations were recognized at the award ceremony instituted 18 years ago by the founder of Leadership Newspapers, late Sam Nta Ijebu. From Bola Tinubu International Conference Center, Abuja, Nta Ijebu Ode, NTA News.
Nigeria is taking a new step towards protecting young people and promoting integrity across its tertiary institutions as the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency rolls out a digital drug integrity test aimed at early detection of drug use, strengthening student well-being, and aligning the country with global best practices. Fatima Sanusi has more.
Following rising concerns over drug abuse in Nigerian schools, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has introduced a new drug integrity test for tertiary institutions. The move follows resolution from the 68th National Council on Education in Akure, aimed at strengthening student protection and early intervention.
As leaders and custodians of this learning environment, it is imperative that we adopt proactive, evidence-based strategies to keep our campuses safe and drug-free.
The evidence-based non-punitive test is designed to detect early drug use, support counseling and rehabilitation, and promote campus-wide well-being, to be implemented via a centralized digital platform, ensuring transparency, skill certification, and real-time monitoring.
We have been trying to sensitize the public through enlightenment, public campaigns, but we still realized that we have a lot of challenges in our institutions.
The agency says drug abuse is increasingly disrupting learning, damaging young people's health, and placing many students at risk of dropping out of school. Several foreign embassies now recognize the certification as part of visa requirements, placing Nigerian institutions on a globally accepted standard. In Kano, Fatima Sanusi Garai, NTA News.
The All Progressive Congress, APC in Ogun State, has endorsed President Bola Tinubu for a second term in office, citing the president's achievements across critical sectors of the nation's economy as the reason for the action. The endorsement is the outcome of an expanded strategic stakeholders meeting held in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Akim Jimo reports.
It was a gathering of who is who in the All Progressives Congress, APC Ogun State chapter, as party stalwarts, including former and serving top government functionaries, converged to further solidify the foundation of the party ahead of the 2027 general elections. While commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his bold steps in repositioning Nigeria's economy for sustainable development, Ogun State Governor Prince Dakpo Abiodun assured that the president would consolidate on his achievements if given a second term in office.
Works speak louder than words. The bold economic reforms, though demanding, have been deliberate and intentional. We are convinced that with consistency and discipline, Nigeria will soon rank among nations that are intentional about economic development and growth, and will continue to improve our GDP, lifting millions out of poverty and attaining a $1 trillion economy.
Goodwill messages at the gathering centered on the need for members of the party to play the game of politics with fairness, equity, and transparency in an atmosphere that is rancor-free. Some of the chieftains acknowledged that APC remains the party to beat in 2027.
The state has always been a progressive state, and we want to maintain that, and we want to showcase that there is harmony, there is unity, and there is focus in our state.
It's a one party, it's a strong party. Apart from APC, no any other party in Nigeria today. We are strong.
The event also witnessed the turning of sword for the construction of a new party secretariat in Ogun State. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
Similarly, calls for fair representation and capable leadership took center stage at a town hall meeting organized by Ogun Visionaries for Yayi 2027, where stakeholders unanimously agreed to work with Ogun West to produce the next governorship candidate in 2027. Blessing Adewuyi was at Rotex Hall, Ibadan Road, Ijebu Ode, venue of the event, and files in the report.
One of Ogun East to host the Ogun Visionary for Yayi Town Hall meeting, following an earlier engagement held in Ogun West about a month ago. The gathering, which serves as strategic platform to articulate the vision and mission of Senator Lamileka Adeola, popularly known as Yayi governorship ambition, and to further consolidate support for his political aspiration, attracted prominent stakeholders, political leaders, who are mainly All Progressives Congress members, community leaders, and royal fathers from across the 9 local government areas of Ogun East. In their separate remarks, the Director General of Ogun Visionary for Yayi, Honorable Odunleye Odojo, and the convener of the political group, Comrade Lee Usoba, while addressing the guests and the participants, noted that the town hall meeting was convened to foster dialogue on the future of Ogun State and the need for forceful leadership.
So we want to appeal to all our people to give the West the opportunity to produce the next government. All of us in Ogun East, both party members and non-party members, are ready, willing, disastrous to vote him in as the next governor of Ogun State.
Delivering the keynote address, the Ogboye of Ota Woriland, Ojolowo, spoke extensively on the theme of the meeting, which focused on Yayi's candidacy as a pathway to equality and innovation. He emphasized that the Ogun State requires fresh and forward-thinking leadership capable of navigating the complexities of modern governance.
What we're here to enjoy is fairness, justice. How do you say that West needed to be given a fair share of leadership of the apex?
Some participants also lent their voices to the discussion, highlighting the reason why Ogun West should produce the next governorship candidate in the spirit of fairness among the senatorial districts.
I can tell you for a fact that there is light at the end of the tunnel for everybody here. Good plans they have for the people of Ogun State. That's why we are here today.
The event also featured interactive sections where panelists took to the stage to share insights, respond to the question, and engage the audience on the key developmental issue affecting the Ogun State. In Ijebu Ode, Blessing Adewi, NTA News.
Still in our English updates, we'll be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
Oh, what a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean whites and all colors, Sure Clean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergent, happiness with every wash.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. The Tertiary Education Trust Fund is synergizing with the Voice of Nigeria to expand global visibility of the nation's education sector through strategic media partnership. This was the outcome of a meeting between the management of Voice of Nigeria, led by its Director General Jibrin Babandasi, and the Executive Secretary of TET Fund, Soni Enoho in Abuja. Chikwanuza Wambuze files on the report.
Jibrin Babandachi, while proposing a structured collaboration that would enable VON's nationwide reporters to cover TED Fund activities, translate content into its 8 broadcast languages, as well as support capacity building for communication teams within Nigeria's tertiary institutions, said with the proliferation of fake news, misinformation and disinformation, agencies of government such as TED Fund must rise to the challenge and counter the push for negative narratives to take over the media landscape.
We know that a lot is being done. We also know that you have built a very media-friendly institution, and the media department is working hard. But I want to offer Voice of Nigerian platform, sir, to you, to take funds to help amplify our own stories.
The Executive Secretary of TED Fund, Soni Enoho, expressed the agency's readiness to leverage VON's extensive broadcast reach to better showcase TED Fund's projects and contributions to tertiary education development across Nigeria and beyond.
It's more strategic now because we're also going into an election cycle. So we're expanding our reach in terms of those that we try to tell what are we doing. Because in all matters, your relevance will only be appreciated if people come to know about the things that you do and are able to assess them and value them.
a channel while emphasizing the importance of joint content creation and sustained collaboration, directed the agency's Public Affairs Department to work closely with the Voice of Nigeria to develop a functional framework for an enhanced continuous engagement. Chukunonsonwa Bueze, NTA News.
Attention is now shifting to subnational actors as the National Council on Climate Change, in partnership with the UNDP, tasked states with delivering comprehensive climate data for Nigeria. With the data collection and review workshops concluding, state-level representatives are expected to play a critical role in strengthening the country's greenhouse gas inventory and overall climate reporting frameworks. Charles Alpha reports.
With the first few days devoted to MDAs on how they can contribute robustly to the preparation of the expected reports to the UNFCCC, attention is now shifted to the states, and focus is on assessing the use of standardized templates for activity data collection, covering key sectors such as energy, waste, agriculture, transport, and land use, all of which are essential for compiling an accurate and transparent national greenhouse gas inventory.
The overall objective of this is for us to have a strong MRV system and a strong institutional arrangement across national and subnational, so that we'll build this institution in such a way that there will be easy inflow of data.
The subnational institutions are considered vital because much of the primary data required for the reports is generated at the state level. Their responsibility, which includes analyzing, collecting, and harmonizing sectoral data to ensure consistency, is needed to avoid duplication and close reporting gaps ahead of the submission deadline.
The national should now see a way by which they create a platform where from local government, from states, from non-governmental organization, from private sector, whatever data you have, we must be able to domicile it in a particular place for national to be able to tap and use it for national planning and development.
And this provides a good platform for the states to know how to do it. You know, during the course of this training, we have been provided with templates to record these achievements, particularly as it relates to greenhouse gas emission.
And the focus of all those things is for us to understand the emission level from the country. And for us to know all these things, we have to own it.
Some actors believe that beyond data provision, states are at the forefront of implementing climate actions, making their inputs critical to demonstrating Nigeria's progress under the Paris Agreement. No wonder the National Council on Climate Change, in partnership with the UNDP, are engaging them for this cause. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
The newly installed Eleleyin of Eleyin Shagamu, Remo Oba Olushola Ayobola Jaisimi, has reaffirmed his commitment to preserving the cultural heritage of Shagamu Remo Kingdom, improve standard of education among the youth, as well foster healthy relationship in his domain. Oba Olushola Jaisimi made this commitment during his formal presentation to the Akarido of Remo, Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, in his palace, Shagamu Remo. Details will come your way in our subsequent bulletin. That will be all for tonight in our English updates. Join us tomorrow for more fabulous stories. Do have a wonderful night rest. Bye.
Oh, what a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean white and all colors, Sure Clean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergent, happiness with every wash.